Started it all off is embossed with Beis. Time to upgrade the suitcase. Label windows, water bottle in here is quite a bit smaller. Silver suitcases with makeup in here. They're so stinking cute. Plus it has a little really like about this backpack. Are y'all ready for this? This is gonna be one heck of a Beis haul slash ultimate review and guide of all my Beis items in the household for the family of 4. I first entered the Beis world 2 years ago now. I'm somewhat of a seasoned Beis user, or as some people like to call them, Beasties. Sounds kind of silly, but spells out pretty cutely. So we're gonna start off with my most used and first Beis edition, the carry-on suitcase in beige. One of the Beis classics, right? Absolute classic. She's what introduced me to the whole thing. This is what started it all off. It retails for $238. It is 23 inches tall. I have carried it on countless planes at this point. Tried and true features of the Beis suitcase. It is a hard shell suitcase. It has this nice 3D ribbed detail on it. It is very unique looking. You can see right here we have a little Beis logo embossed here. Some notable features of all Beis suitcases. One, the handle. Every suitcase has a handle, duh. But it has a cushioned handlebar, which is just absolutely lovely. And a 360 spin on the suitcases. They're so smooth and easy to glide. I have never had such an easy time gliding suitcases around an airport before in my life. Obviously some classics that every suitcase has. We have a handlebar on the top as well as on the side. Apparently has a capacity of 49 to 61 liters, if that means anything to you. And the range is due to the fact that it is expandable. We have a zipper along the side. I feel like that's not absolutely revolutionary. Lots of suitcases have this. It expands quite a bit. You can see how much it expands. Last couple things on the outside that we should talk about. On the side here, we have a TSA lock. So they do have a key here, TSA if they need to get into it, but you can lock your suitcase. On every suitcase, there is a weight indicator. So when you hold the suitcase on the side handle, green means you're in the clear, means you're under the weight limit. Red means you need to either pay the price and you're mentally prepared for that, or you should probably do some rearranging. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've used the weight indicator before. I think it's kind of done me dirty. It's told me I'm in the clear before and I haven't been. Like if you're right teetering on the cusp, I wouldn't use it. One time it was kind of showing red, but not fully red. So I was actually like a couple pounds over the weight limit. But if it's like completely green, you're super in the clear, far away from any weight limits. It's obviously not a super precise science. So that's something to keep in mind with the weight indicator. I can't trust her 100%, you know? Oh, one last thing on the exterior is this retractable, I don't know what to call it, exterior strap. It hooks back on. At one point, I thought it was to connect all the suitcases together on the handlebars. I don't think it is. It is not strong enough for that, but it's great if you want to put like your purse on the outside, a neck pillow, a little cosmetics case, whatever you want. Pop back in. It's easy to use, nice and seamless. I do appreciate that. I feel like we should open the suitcase now. One of the features of this Beis suitcase is it does have a butterfly open, and I like to store everything inside my suitcase. That's a little sneak peek for later. A nice thing about the suitcase is it's got this nylon interior, so it's super easy to wipe down. One side here has a zip closed compartment. On the flap, we have this one here, put undies or socks in there or something like that. There's this nice window flap right here that's also zipped closed. And before I forget, laundry bags. This one's called the Not Basic bag. It would be good to use for like shoes or something like that. And then there is also what they like to call the dirt bag. I use that for my laundry and I just think it's so funny. Over here on the side, we have an open part of the suitcase. In the side here, there's like a little zip pouch. This is where I put my air tag in case I ever had to check the suitcase, which has happened before. Not because it is not the right size, but because airlines love to overbook and not give everybody enough room for their carry-on. Always just the delight. What is actually a real delight is this compression strap situation. I am not kidding. This is the coolest thing ever. So first of all, it's got a nice mesh pocket here. On the other side, there's also this giant U-zip if you want to put something in there that needs to stay flat. But the purpose of this, it is a compression flap. So usually you have your compression strap, but this flap, you put it down and then you put the straps on top, evenly distributes the compression a little bit more than just where the straps are. It is so good. I love it. It actually works so well. But if you don't want it, you can just completely take it out. Easy peasy. I think that is all for this suitcase. This is my carry-on suitcase, and then I also got my hubby a matching suitcase because he didn't have one, and obviously we need to match because like, are you even married if you don't have matching Beis suitcases? I didn't think so. But I got him a darker color in the navy. I actually found this one on Marketplace because why would I spend full price on something for a boy that's gonna ruin it anyways? Exactly, right? 150 from some girly that like barely used it. We look really cute when we walk around the airport together. We're just so cute. Obviously it has all the exact same features, it's just a different color. But then also we have 2 daughters. They're like really little. I need to get them a suitcase, but I just have one suitcase for the 2 of them because they're just so little right now. They're so small. So the plan right now, they have this one suitcase. It is this small carry-on in Atlas Pink because I also loved Atlas Pink, and I love that now I get to have both the beige and the Atlas Pink. So this is the smaller version. It's supposed to be compliant with all airlines, especially European airlines for carry-ons. The size difference for this one, the normal carry-on is 23 inches. The smaller one is 21. Definitely a size difference here. It is quite a bit smaller. Perfect for all I need for my kiddos. And then if they need a bit more space, we also have some backpacks that we'll get into in a second. This one retails at $218, and the capacity, I had to write that down because believe it or not, I don't just have that memorized, 33 liters. Kind of has a lot of the same features. We have the cushion handle straps again, the extendable strap on the outside. It's the same hard shell as well. All my suitcases are in the matte finish. The TSA lock and the side strap. The one thing that the small carry-on does not have, not extendable like the other ones. Open it up so you can see what's going on the inside. It also has the weight indicator on the outside. The noticeable differences are it isn't expandable and it's a bit smaller. I feel like those are the main differences. Besides that, everything else is the same. It has a frosted compartment here as well as just the nylon one. It comes with the dirt bags. They're the same size though. They don't have mini dirt bags or anything like this. So that's the dirt bag, laundry bag, which is great for kiddos because they get dirty. They produce a lot of laundry. The inside pocket here is the exact same. And on this side, we still have the compression strap. We have this zip pouch on the inside as well. I don't know if it's just like a newer feature in the newer suitcases, but there is a little pocket for the air tag, which I thought was super cute and super handy. I kind of wish mine had that. Everything else is pretty much the same. Switching gears to check-in rollers, as we can see, much bigger. This is the medium check-in roller. Some things about the medium check-in roller. She is $328. For comparison, beside the carry-on, you can see there's this much of a height difference. It's a bit wider as well. Not by much, honestly. Definitely you're getting a lot more. The medium is 28 inches tall, and it has a capacity of 70 to 94-ish liters. It has the expandable zipper. We have the TSA lock on the side. We also have the side handle that has the weight indicator. Everything inside is the same, exact same design, except for just a bigger version. I used to have the large check-in, and I'm not gonna lie, it was really big. I ended up selling mine. It depends on what you're going for. I needed a suitcase that was gonna be a good size for a check-in on an airplane. The problem was, it was so big, I always exceeded the weight limit before I filled the suitcase. I was always over it, so then I have to pay the overweight fee, and I didn't even use up all the space, so I figured it would be easier just to size down to the medium. Because it's expandable, I still had all the space I needed, and I think it's a much easier size to maneuver. The large was like a bit much. I think the large roller would be better for someone who goes on cruise ships where you don't have that weight limit, or I've seen a lot of people say that it's good for road trips if you're doing like really long road trips. And don't get me wrong, you can definitely go over the weight limit in this too. It's just a bit better. That was the only suitcase so far that I've had a cover for. I had the plastic cover on the large suitcase. That was $48. It was quite a thick plastic. The corners were all reinforced. It had a zipper, so you could open the zipper of the cover with the suitcase, so you didn't have to take it off. You could unzip another layer and it would unfold and expand with the suitcase, which I thought was a really thought out design. I ended up selling that one with my suitcase. The corner ended up ripping anyways, so I was a little disappointed, but Beis customer service is actually so good, and they like offered to send me a new one, but I didn't. The large suitcase wasn't for me. So this time I think I actually want to try the fabric covers. These are all the Beis bags that we have in this household. Starting with the backpack. Cute. That was really cute. Both have matching backpacks. These are our personal items that go, as you can see, on top of our roller suitcases. My husband's I actually also found on Marketplace. It retails for $88, but we got his for $40. Girly that I bought it from just literally never used it. Found it in navy. Literally so perfect. For myself, I ended up buying on second Beis the backpack in Atlas Pink. I thought the Atlas Pink and the beige was just like a really cute duo together. I got it for $62 on second Beis. Basically, second Beis, my understanding is it's items that have slight imperfections that are still completely functional, so they sell it at a discounted price. The tiniest speck, the only speck I was able to find is literally right there, and that's the only thing I've ever found. Absolutely recommend second Beis. I loved it so far. Some things about this backpack. I love that it has 2 water bottle holders, one on each side. I don't know if I would use it, but maybe if I have a little drink or something at the airport. The next thing that sold me on the backpack was the trolley pass-through. Iconic Beis backpack. backpack it is. It's so convenient through the airport. In the front of the backpack, there's this front pocket here. We have a key leash. There is a nice little pocket on the inside right here. Perfect for a passport, honestly. There's little slots that I think are meant to be for pens. You can maybe put like a lippy or something in there. The best feature of the backpack and what makes it, I think, stand out from just like a normal backpack, it has a complete open front zip situation. It is meant to be like a suitcase, and I love it to use it as my personal item if I need to throw like an extra outfit or something in there. It's really convenient. It's got that same nylon inside, so I'm able to wipe it down. And then the part that I really like about this backpack is it has these compression straps on the inside. So if I put something in there, if I open my backpack all the way, I know that it's all still secure in there. There's also pockets in the front. We have a mesh pocket right here on the top, plastic window pocket on the bottom. This backpack surprisingly fits so much. I was not expecting it to. However, I've used it 2 or 3 times now. I have been quite impressed. One last thing on the backpack, on the back here, padded laptop sleeve. So it's nice and flat. There's like a huge thick pad on both sides. This is the backpack on. You can see it's a perfectly acceptable backpack size if you need to like wear it in the airport for whatever convenience reason. I actually used to have the mini weekender. That used to be my personal item setup. I ended up selling her. It wasn't for me. It was technically a personal item, but I just think this backpack is a better size for a personal item. I think it fits almost just as much as the mini weekender. Let's talk the mini weekender. The things I did not like, the shoe compartment. It can only fit 1 pair of shoes, but then there was a bunch of wasted space for me personally. I wear a woman's size 8. I couldn't fit 2 pairs of shoes, but 1 pair of shoe, I just like always had extra space. So the dual compartments, I honestly found I lost a lot of space in that way. It wasn't ideal personally. The inside of the bag, I felt like it looked a lot bigger than it actually was. Because it had this wire opening, you just lost a lot of space on the top as it closed over the top of the bag. The inside of the bag still had like a laptop sleeve and stuff like that, but I also found one thing I didn't like with the mini weekender is there was nowhere to put a water bottle, and I always bring one with me when I travel, and I didn't want it just lying around loose in the bag. I was just worried it would spill. I have a camera in there, and also it wasn't very convenient. It would just take up a bunch of space in the bag. It was awkward to carry. I found some airlines, it was cutting it really close fitting underneath. Moving on to the cutest of cute items are the kids backpacks. Oh my goodness, Beis, what have you done to me? What have you done? These are so stinking cute. I think it's just like the Atlas pink backpack is like the main color here, so it matches their suitcase, but then also I got the purple for one of my daughters. Some of the same features as the adult backpacks is it has the trolley pass through. Fits nicely on their little suitcase. If I need to bring it through the airport, one of them can wear a backpack, no problem. This backpack retails for $68, but I ended up using my points for them. One great thing about Beis is they have a point system. I ended up getting them both for $38 each, which I liked that price way more for kids. So it's the same thing as the adult backpacks. We have the water bottle pockets on the sides. Instead of a front pocket for these bags, they actually have a removable fanny pack. You can take it off and it is the perfect little fanny for your kiddo. And I just think that's the cutest thing ever. A little front pocket here. It actually goes quite deep. On the backhand side, we have the same thing. You have a nice little laptop, tablet kind of compartment here. Be great for books. And then on this side, we obviously had the trolley passer. And then on the backpack straps, the nice thing about this is it has a chest strap, because with kids, I feel like straps are always falling off. It secures that backpack a little bit more. It actually has right here a little safety whistle, as well as on the fanny actually on that buckle too. There is also a safety whistle. I haven't actually tried it yet. This might be loud. I didn't want to blow on it too much. A nice feature to have if you lose your kiddo. They can blow that in the airport or a busy place or whatever, if that were to ever happen. Let's hope not. The main compartment in here, name tag to put the kiddo's name. I haven't done that yet. And then there's just one more little elastic pocket in there, and the rest of it's wide open to throw stuffies or clothes or lunch boxes or whatever you might need. One thing I will say that kind of bugs me, I'm not gonna lie. This backpack in the Atlas pink is a nylon texture, okay? Remember that. The lavender backpack, for some odd reason, is a canvas. Kind of weird. I kind of wish they were the same material, but these are the colors that my kids liked, so who am I to say no? Another item that I ended up getting, I actually found it on Revolve. It was on major sale. This is the basic duffel bag. It usually retails for $88. I was on Revolve one day and I saw it was on on sale for $30. At the time, my husband was using some like really old Adidas backpack I'd had since high school. So I thought, time to upgrade. Trolley pass through. For size reference, this one is definitely bigger than the backpacks. I don't think I would say it's personal item size. I would say it's like your carry-on item. It does have a trolley pass through though, if you want to put it on top of the bag. This is on top of the medium suitcase for size reference. It's just one giant compartment on the inside. There's one zipper flap. He literally still has the tags on this. He's used it so many times. Just a hanging flap. The rest of it's just open. I fit so much inside of there. Both a top handle carry, this or this, but then there's also kind of more of a crossbody strap that's adjustable if you want to wear it like this. Loose front pocket here. There is a key leash on the inside of that pocket, as well as this trolley pass-through. If you're not going to use it as a trolley pass-through, it zips up on the bottom and is also another open pocket. It's a really small bag, foldable. You could throw it in a suitcase if you think you're going to need extra space on the way back. It was so much easier to pack things in this than it was in the mini weekender. It is bigger than the mini weekender though, so you know. I don't know how my husband has actually ended up with way more bays than I have, I think. Oh no, I have all the accessories and the cosmetics. Never mind. That was delusion for a hot second. The last one is the Beis water bottle sling bag. It retails for $44. You know what? Let me show you this in action. I've actually been using it a lot. I bought it originally for my husband because he just takes a water bottle wherever he goes. But now I've been using it to go to the gym. So I put my water bottle in here. It's got a nice drawstring to really make sure that's nice and secure. And it has this nice little front pocket, which is why I like to use it. My wallet and stuff inside here. I'll put my keys in there. You could definitely fit a phone in there if you wanted. There's one pocket inside the pocket. The strap is adjustable. It could be a crossbody. If you're going out somewhere, you don't want to bring a whole backpack, but you still want to bring water. It's really handy. It also has this nice carry strap on the side if for some reason you want to carry it like this. I love it. I personally wouldn't have picked black for myself. I would have picked the beige, but he was a boy and I knew it was going to get dirty, so I got the black. One of my most used accessories is the on-the-go essential case. It is a 2-compartment case. You can see here it is split into 2 compartments. I like this case because it is very structured, so it keeps its space. It's nice and square, so it's easy to pack into a suitcase. Interior nylon, really easy to wipe down. A little pocket for a mirror here. You know, if you're on the go, you're on a girls trip or something, everyone's using a mirror. You have a little mirror to use if needed. The window pockets. You can see everything you need to see. It's really easy to pull out at the airport. If you put all your liquids and toiletries in there, it's easy to pull out in the airport. They can see exactly what's in there. Plus, it has a little convenient carry handle, which I love. It's a really nice size. I tend to use this a lot more for either smaller trips. So I'll do one side makeup, another side toiletries. If I'm going for a longer trip, I will put all the toiletries in this and put makeup in a different pouch. And this case retails for $48. Another Beis Cosmetics case that I have is a cosmetic pouch set. It comes in obviously a set of 2. This is also in the color beige, as most of my collection is, let's be real. It's a leather. You can see here it is embossed with beige on the front, very faint. This is the larger size. I sometimes will put makeup in here. It opens up, got a divider in the middle to keep it a bit more organized because it's bigger. This divider has a zipper, as well as there's one more zipper pocket on the inside, nylon on the inside. The smaller pouch just has a singular little pocket on the inside. I actually like to put sunglasses in this case when I'm traveling. If I don't want to put every single pair of sunglasses in its own case. It's actually like the perfect width for sunglasses. I usually put like 5 pairs in here. So honestly, I feel like I need some more inspiration on what everyone else uses this pouch for. So comment down below, let me know what you use this for, because I feel like I'm kind of at a loss sometimes. And this set retails for $38. Next is the mesh pouch trio in beige. There's a large, medium, small. If you look up close, you can see it's a mesh material that is embossed with beige. There's a little D-ring on the side here, which is great if you want to clip these bags to something. I have also seen that people will use the key leash inside their bags to clip onto the pouch so you don't lose it. Keep passport and all your documents together. You can put it inside the pouch. On a trip and I need to keep all the receipts together, I'll put them in there. The small one though, I use as an everyday bag. Hygiene products in here, band-aids, a hair tie, and bobby pins, just as like a little emergency kit. I huck it in all my purses. It is the perfect little pouch size. It's quite flat still and I can fit a lot in here. These retail technically for $18. However, they are currently sold out in the beige color. You can get them still in black. I had to wait a long time for them to come back in stock. One of my newer purchases are these compression packing cubes. I got the 4-pack. 2 of these smaller cases here, I just store them all in the small case, as well as 2 larger packing cubes. They have normal packing cubes and I think they also have compression packing cubes. There is a difference. With the compression packing cubes, only the 2 large ones I think are. I was actually quite impressed. Gets as big as this. this, but when you want to compress everything, you zip up along the side here and it squashes everything down so easy. I fit a puffer coat inside of this cube and it saved me so much space. It was awesome. I really like getting the Beis packing cubes specifically for the suitcases because obviously they designed them to fit perfectly in the suitcase. It's so satisfying that they all just perfectly place in there. They also come with these little label windows. They give you some blank labels. They also give you some pre-made labels. I don't really use them because I tend to put something different in the packing cubes every time. Like sometimes it's a puffer coat, sometimes it's a bunch of bikinis. I personally leave them blank. I don't bother with the labeling because if I start labeling, I'm never gonna stop. That's a rabbit hole that I personally cannot afford to go down. This set of 4 retails for $58. Reasons I just love Beis as a whole. I love Shay Mitchell. I've loved her since Pretty Little Liars. They have a great point system, which is how I've been able to get some good money off, like those kids backpacks I got for a really good price. Everything is so stylish, so aesthetic, so cute, so beautiful. The colors are so fun. They're always coming out with a color. There's always something for someone. Clearly, I was able to buy my family of 4 their whole own Beis sets. I think they have really thought out features in their suitcases. So many little things that you just wouldn't think are a big deal until they are, and you use them and you're like, wow, that was actually so seamless, so well thought out. I love the design team, both functionality wise and style wise. The last thing about Beis, which I think is one of my favorite things, is they have a lifetime warranty on their luggage. I love Beis. It's taken me years to build up this collection. It's taken a while, and I'm not stopping anytime soon, to be completely honest. I don't see an end in sight. I am obviously in such a privileged position to be able to accumulate such an iconic and beautiful Beis collection for my family. I absolutely am aware of that. If you're making your first Beis purchase, I know that they give 50% off on the app for first time buyers. Also, if you're going to buy a set, they give, I think it's also something like 15% off if you buy a suitcase and a backpack together. If you buy 2 suitcases together, if you start to bundle it, you can get deals. Also check Marketplace, check Poshmark. Buying secondhand is definitely a good entry point, as well as Second Beis. I think I've loved Second Beis so far. It's been a great experience for me. They have Black Friday sales, they have online warehouse sales, they have in-person warehouse sales. I know in LA a lot of the times they do some traveling warehouse sales. That was my honest and thorough review of all the Beis items. I've really outdone myself here. I have quite the collection, I must say. Do you want to know what some things on my wish list are? Of course you do, because why else would you still be here if you weren't a Beis fanatic like me? A Beis fabric covers. Absolutely want to get those fabric covers for all my suitcases. I'm gonna have to wait until everything comes back in the color and the size that I need. So Beis, if you could restock, that would be like super cool of you. Thanks so much if you're watching, which I highly doubt. That's really audacious of me to think that. I like it when Shay Mitchell does her ASMR big reviews, so I'm whispering for some reason. What else is on my list? You know, some more packing cubes, honestly, in this family, because we love organization in this household. The more people, the more stuff, the more organization you need, right? I love an ecosystem that all comes together. Barry. I'm in love with Barry. Oh, it's so cute. I do need another medium suitcase. The ultimate travel duffel also has been catching my eye. It's pretty cool. I feel like it's their new take on the mini weekender, and it looks really cool. Anyways, I'm yapping. Yap away with me in the comments. Subscribe if this video is helpful. It really helps support my channel, and as always, a like will also help support my channel. Bye.